It was 3 a.m. when Madison Hughes woke to the sound of frantic knocking on her apartment door. The kind of knocking that makes your chest tighten and your stomach flip. Her eyes snapped open, her heart pounding as she struggled to process what could possibly be happening at this hour. Who knocks at 3 a.m.? Slowly, she slipped into her robe, her bare feet brushing the cold hardwood floor as she approached the door. She peeked through the small safety chain and froze. Standing there, bathed in the dim hallway light, was her neighbor, Ryan Cole. Normally calm, collected, and soft-spoken, he looked terrified. His hand shook slightly, and his usually steady eyes darted nervously down the corridor. "Madison," he whispered, voice cracking. "Please, don't go to work today." Madison's mind raced. Don't go to work? At 3 a.m.? Ryan, what's happening? Is everything okay? Are you hurt? His lips trembled as he shook his head. It's not me. It's dangerous. Someone's coming. Madison's pulse quickened. She'd known Ryan for a few years, mostly brief smiles in the hallway, casual greetings in the elevator, occasional small talk about the weather or their dogs. She knew he was a single dad to a 9-year-old daughter, Mia, and that life had not been gentle since his wife died unexpectedly. She'd never seen him like this, broken and frantic. "Is Mia okay?" Madison asked, barely above a whisper. "She's asleep," he replied quickly. "But I don't have time to explain everything fully. Just trust me. Stay home. Don't leave today." Madison's fingers tightened around the door frame. "Ryan, I can't just stay home. I have meetings, deadlines." "I know," he interrupted, urgency in his voice. "But something happened last night. My brother is in trouble. He got involved with the wrong people. I thought I could guide him away, but last night it escalated. They're looking for him. And now," his voice faltered, "they might come here. They might come to the building." Madison's stomach sank. "You're saying they could come to my apartment?" He nodded. "I already contacted the police. They are patrolling. But it's not enough. I can't take the risk that anyone gets hurt. You can't leave today. Please, I'm begging you." She stared at him, taking in his pale, anxious face, the tiny tremor in his hands. Her mind flashed to all the little things she'd done, watching Mia when Ryan worked late, bringing over cookies on holidays, helping carry groceries. She had never thought anyone noticed, but Ryan's gaze told her otherwise. You came all the way here to warn me," she said softly. "Yes," he whispered. "I couldn't sleep. I couldn't just sit and wait while something dangerous happened. You've always been kind. You watch out for Mia. You care, even when you don't have to. I can't risk anything happening to you." Madison felt her chest tighten. His words, simple as they were, carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken fears and gratitude. Kindness, she realized, wasn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it was quiet, unnoticed, until it mattered most. "Come inside," she said finally. "You shouldn't be standing in the hallway like this." He shook his head. "I have to protect both of you. If anyone comes, don't answer. Please. I'll keep watch." Before she could argue further, he slipped away into the darkness of the hallway. Madison bolted the door and leaned against it, breath shallow, heart racing. She texted her boss that she had a sudden family emergency, hoping they wouldn't press her for details. Then she waited, tense and alert, listening to every creak, every distant sound. Hours crawled by. The first hints of dawn streaked across the skyline, but the hallway outside her apartment remained eerily quiet. Then, around 11 a.m., the quiet shattered. Loud, hurried footsteps echoed, soft knocks on multiple doors, shadows moving quickly. Madison's heart leapt into her throat. 2 men in dark hoodies were going door to door. Her mind screamed for her to stay calm. They knocked on Ryan's door. They knocked on hers. Madison retreated silently, pressing herself against the wall, holding her breath, praying they wouldn't try to force their way in. Shouts erupted, doors slammed, running footsteps, and then police sirens. The chaos lasted only minutes, but it felt like hours. When the officers finally announced the area was secure, Madison dared to peek through the peephole. The men had been detained. Ryan's brother had turned himself in earlier that morning, guided by Ryan's careful persuasion to take the safest path and avoid violence. The danger had passed. That evening, Madison heard a soft knock at her door. Her hand trembled as she opened it. Ryan stood there, exhausted, eyes heavy but relieved. You saved me today," he said quietly. Madison frowned. "I didn't save anyone. I just stayed home." He smiled faintly. "You stayed home. You trusted me. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody cares enough to really listen, to act. But you did. You showed up. That's what saved the day. That's what keeps people alive sometimes." Taze pricked her eyes. She stepped forward and wrapped him in a hug. They held that embrace for a long moment, neither needing to speak. Sometimes, she thought, kindness didn't have to be loud or dramatic. Sometimes it was quiet, simple, and powerful. A cup of coffee when someone's exhausted. A smile when someone's struggling. A watchful eye when someone's in danger. That night, Madison reflected on everything that had happened. She hadn't gone to wake, but she gained something far more profound. A reminder that small acts of compassion ripple outward in ways we cannot always see. That courage and care often come in quiet moments, when no one else is watching. And that even in a world that can be harsh and unforgiving, there are still good people, people who show up, who protect, who notice, who care. Ryan, she realized, had done the same for his brother. And she had, in her own way, done the same for him. Kindness, she understood, wasn't just about being nice. It was about standing in the gap when life got dangerous, when fear was real, when choices mattered. It was about protecting someone's peace, even if only for a day. As Madison finally went to bed that night, she thought of Ryan and Mia, safe and alive. She thought of the unexpected knock at 3 a.m. that had changed everything. And she smiled softly, knowing that the quiet courage and kindness they had shown each other was the very thing that held their little world together, even in the darkest hours before dawn. Thank you for watching Classic Stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that remind us how powerful compassion truly is.